episode? I don't remember because it's been
Episode,
a while.
the one without Phil because he's being a little brr.
I mean, he's not really being a little brr. He's busy
I know.
in Indianapolis con, but that's fine because so are we. We're recording over Discord with Noe at RTneXt and Philip at Gen Con and me in London, and we're fucking live.
It actually wasn't called RTX. It was called RAX, and it wasn't a real thing. I think I got trafficked into things because I found a balloon in my butt, and I don't know why it's there.
Ew. Oh man! Don't cross state lines or anything.
Don't cross the streams.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome to the Rektfast Club's latest episode, where we talk about how we didn't go to Gen Con or to RTX, which are both happening right now, but we didn't go to either.
Because, fuck them, that's why.
Because stuff and things. Actually, Philip is at Gen Con. He's presently over there. He's there with another friend of ours, Hunter, working, actually.
Finger quotes, friend.
Acquaintance. It's like that friend that you add because you played one game through a mutual friend, and like you're just okay. I'll send him a friend request, and then never play with him again.
Yeah, pretty much. Or that a friend that convinced you to spend like hundreds of dollars on a game, and then never comes over to play anymore.
I would say 2 games actually, but we didn't have to spend that much money on War Machine, so.
I didn't even spend anything on it. I just got the kit for Christmas present.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. But that's 2 games. That's 2 miniature games that we got roped into and then never played.
Hey, let's go play Blood Rage and just throw them out into the street.
No, Blood Rage is good. Blood Rage you can play easier.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. I love Blood Rage.
It's so much good. Fun. Rising Sun's also really good. Real shame about that about that dude that kind of just made a wiki page and now he's a god.
Right? Oh man, so much stuff has happened and not happened at the same time.
Right?
Last time.
Yeah, like right before we started up, I was like writing a quick list of just stuff that I've done since the last time. I was like, holy crap, what did I do? Nothing. I did nothing in the last like 3-4 months since the last time we did a freaking podcast. What is wrong with me? But
the only thing I've done is I've decided that I'm finally going to do an edit of My Hero Academia Season 2 intro.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. With the...
to Season 4 Power Rangers, which is Zeo Rangers. Because it's freaking awesome intro. If you don't remember what it sounds like, look it up right now and listen to it.
Right.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, you sent me a link to that, too. I was like, oh, that's going to work out.
No, it's going to work out fantastic. Especially if I can find a... no sub version of the show, but there's no text on screen. I can use any scene I want. Part of that, so
there's a few of those out there. I think. Maybe.
Yeah. No, I have to find them and get a hold of them where I don't get in trouble with the law. One of them would be just buying the season 2 box set, so I might do that.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
But yeah, that's the only thing I've done.
Simultaneous, but yeah.
But yeah, I've done that. I've been like super socializing with like coworkers and new friends I've made in the town I live in. So I've been busy doing that, and totally not trying to avoid the D&D game you guys are putting together.
Yeah, that's just timing. Stuff happens. It makes it tough. But really, on my side, that's after like thinking about it, that's been what's eating up all my time is either writing or scheduling or playing D&D now, because we have the major campaign that I've been playing in on and off for 10 years. Now we have like other little one shots that are related to it that we've been playing, and now one of the guys just bought the Curse of Strahd Ravenloft setting stuff that we want to run. And they're making their own campaign, and then I just made one right now that we've only managed to play one session so far. But you can actually, for the listeners, you can actually find on our SoundCloud page. You can take a listen in on that campaign, which we started up. No, he is supposed to be in there, but that's why scheduling's been difficult for various reasons, and that's why we're kind of actually going to be changing up the way that campaign runs, as opposed to a normal one where you kind of get everyone together and run through a dungeon or whatever. I forget the exact name of this style, but I think it's called West Marches or something like that, where you can just play a session with anywhere from 1 to 7 people, and you just, do stuff that is relevant to the character or whatever. So it becomes a little bit more character centric as opposed to like big overarching storyline. Not that I don't have a storyline. I totally have something planned. Stuff is going to happen. But it should make planning and scheduling a little easier.
I hope so. I really do, because I do want to get in on that. It's just,
stuff and
girls. I'm not gonna lie, legit girl things. Cute girl asked me, "Hey, what are you doing today?" I'm gonna be like, let's go do stuff."
And then all other plans go out the window.
Yeah, for the most part, except for family plans. I've had to tell her, like, no, I have to go to the river with my family because my mom wants me there just in case she hits like a deep part of the river and decides to drown. I can keep her from doing that.
And decides to drown.
I say decide as in she doesn't know how to swim and she's just gonna accept her fate at that point. And I'd rather not, lose my mom to the river. So.
It's funny because that we got that one too, which means that we were probably number 3 on the priority list for D&D that day.
Oh yeah.
No, I remember you said you were going to the river for that during no session day, so that's fine though, because now we can actually make it where it's easier to schedule. We don't have to coordinate 4, 5, 6, 7 schedules in order to have one session. We can just do 2 or 3 people if we needed to.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
Because Royal totally wants to get on that. Which, by the way, shameless plug. We just recently uploaded me playing Halo 1 on Legendary. If you want to check that out, go to That Guy Fat Guy and watch me do terribly at it.
Yes, that's the That Guy Fat Guy channel, and the guy speaking there that did the plug, that's Fat Guy Noe. I just realized we didn't actually introduce ourselves properly. I'm John, that's Noe.
Yeah.
We do stuff. We're part of the Rektfast Club.
Now, go watch all that and fuck everything else. No. No. But yeah, no, we did that. I tried to make that as funny as I possibly could. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but
I watched most of the stream. I mean, is it different from the stream? I remember watching most of the stream.
Yeah, it's a little different. I've added in some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like there's a part where Roa says, we should have been playing Jet Set Radio Future, and I smash cut to Jet Set Radio Future in it. It's really funny.
I'll have to check that out then.
And some others, just small things added in. But besides that, streaming, work, and courtship, I really haven't been up to a whole lot.
You had a court date? What'd you do?
I meant as in trying to date women.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You,
me. Yeah, there really isn't that much that I've been up to since the last time we recorded. I say this every other episode of the podcast, but I got back into Overwatch again. And I started playing like almost religiously 1 to 3 hours a day just to try and and mainly on PC because I've always been terrible at aiming with everything ever. Like I've never been a good shooter person. I just played them because they were fun. And just working on aim and working on characters that like were outside of my comfort zone. And I actually do feel like there's some changes coming along, but I haven't put into proper application of them because I'm just doing like free for all. So soon enough, I need to actually take that into comp and see how that goes. But actually, shameless plug, I did post a clip on my YouTube channel CanisXL. It's called Two Trick Pony. It's literally just a bunch of clips of me in free for all playing as Junkrat and Farah, just making like crazy, lucky, complete BS shots.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That was all pretty much just luck, just pure happenstance for you.
There's a little bit of skill. I mean, I have the most hours on those 2 characters, but I mean, also it's just like that. I will completely admit that I am a 2-trick pony with those 2 characters, and that's it. Which is funny because I'm a support main, and those are not supports.
I still love the fact that like in Overwatch itself, when I see other people playing Lucio, because I main Lucio still, surprisingly. Uh, that they're not as aggressive as the way I play, because I could be wrong, but at least on console, I don't see anybody ever trying to charge through the front line, and that was my phone. I'm sorry.
Frontline, no. I see a lot of people, flanking or going around or trying to get to the backside and break up formations and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
not really breaking through the front line.
yeah, but you know me. The last time I think we played was a while ago. You were Reinhardt, and I was like jumping through your shield, punching people, and backing up,
Yeah.
and just like constantly doing that. And they're just like, "What the fuck is happening?"
But that's mostly what I've been doing since the last time has been D&D and various stages of either writing or playing or rolling characters or whatever with D&D or playing Overwatch. Others, I guess the only other thing is My Hero Academia came back since the last time we recorded, right? It wasn't back.
Yeah,
It wasn't back yet?
back. Season 3 is back. It is about halfway through now.
Yeah, about. It's pretty good. There's nothing really negative to say about that show except sometimes it goes a little safe, but even when it's safe, it's good. So
Oh man, I'm gonna use a word to describe something, without really giving it away. But I feel like some people are gonna take offense to the word. But oh well. Without giving away too much of the story, you caught up with it, right?
yeah, I caught up today.
When freaking All Might goes full tard, dude, like, and I'm gonna describe it like that just because I want people to not know what's going on. But oh man, was that a thing? That was a big thing.
That was the thing.
That had me actually at the edge of my seat, wondering what the hell is gonna happen. Because I honestly didn't know what was gonna happen.
Probably the better moment of this season so far. It's come down a little bit since then, but it's still a good show. There's really nothing wrong with this show, like, ever. Anybody that says something bad about this show needs to be, they need a day old sock shoved in their face, not like really really aggressively or meanly or anything, but just like held like a quarter inch in front of their nose and be like, smell it, smell it, smell it. That's what you deserve because you don't like My Hero Academia.
So when you said day old sock, I was thinking day old sock with a bar of soap in it, and watching them get beaten with it.
No, I literally just telling them. I'm really just saying, no, grab a smelly sock and shove it in their face, and that's all. That's if you're not in anime, that's fine. But here's a smelly sock because you need to be into anime, or you need to at least be into this show because it's pretty good.
Right.
Other stuff. I've actually been. I've mentioned. I've talked about this on the Discord like 4 or 5 times over the last week. I need a new game to play, and I was describing it today as there's 2 hungers that I have right now, and I need to be able to satiate one of them, and that is mindless exploration or like super long slow burn RPG. So that's why I was asking people about Pillars of Eternity and Divinity Original Sin. That's why I actually booted up Minecraft the first time in like 3 years, and that worked for all of. I actually got about 4 hours in that because I had nothing else to do. But I think y'all guys were mentioning like, was it Space something?
Oh, Space Engineers.
That one, and then like the updated No Man's Sky, and I'm like looking at those 2. I'm looking at all 4 of those games now, and thinking like one of these is gonna have to be the one to hold me over for a few months, or at least until this phase of not wanting to play anything super high actiony or super super deep, fades away. I still can't pick one.
Good job.
Picking games is hard, man.
It's funny too because when you had asked me to do the cast today, I was like, man, I was actually going to start playing God of War today. Oh, not doing that now.
You can play God of War after we're done. Hell, you could stream God of War after you're done if you wanted.
So I just sent you a screenshot in the Discord, and that's a ship I built from scratch in Space Engineers.
Huh. Interesting.
Like you have to put together the cockpit, or the cockpit's one whole piece, but you have to put batteries in that will make the ship run properly. You have to put reactors in, or one reactor or 2 reactors. Like it all depends. You have to put like an oxygen support system into the cockpit. which is why if you look at it, you'll see like tubing running along the top and sides of the cockpit. And then you got to put thrusters in all directions for space travel.
And of course, it's the familiar and classic Fat Hazard red and yellow.
Yes. Or as everyone else likes to call it, the McDonald's colors. You dicks.
I mean, normally the yellow you use is more like dark goldish, but
that's the darkest yellow. That's the darkest yellow I could find in it without making it a custom color. I was like, fuck it, it'll be fine. I just gonna. It's space. It's supposed to be fucking bright. Okay, fuck you.
I'll have to watch like a video of gameplay of this thing and see how it runs, and if because now I know that you and Henry play it, so I mean that's at least two people that I can sync up with if I felt like actually being social while I play games, which is another thing that is a thing with me. I kind of sometimes I just prefer to play games alone, even if it's a multiplayer game or a co-op game. I just prefer to play alone. But if I ever decide to break out of that shell, I could jump in with y'all guys. I got to see what it plays like first. How much does it run though?
At like $10.
Oh,
it's early access.
Early access.
But
you said the E word.
If you look at the early footage of it when it first came out, it looks like complete utter dog shit to what it looks like now.
Okay, well, I'll give it a 15 minutes of research or something and take a look at it.
And this ship is not very big that I built. Like, obviously you can see the cockpit. The character is not too much bigger than the ship. We've built a whole space station that holds the ships.
Well then.
And it's got like defense turrets and stuff like that because there are random like invaders that will come by and try to fuck your shit up.
Usually players or like AI kind of stuff too.
AI kind of stuff. Nothing too bad to not be able to deal with. It doesn't have any like enemy players yet. That's the only thing I think No Man's Sky might have going for it. Is it technically does look better in some aspects, and it's a little more streamlined in how you do things. But Space Engineers is really cool because of the crafting. The crafting's a little, as far as like actually being able to make your own ships, the crafting is a lot better. Because I literally built a giant box of a spaceship, and we like jumped like 40 light years away from the space station, blew up the fucking warp drive, and got stranded out where we were. So we were just like, fuck it, let's see if we could fly our way back. We realized that we couldn't fly our way back because we destroyed half the engines making the jump. Because I didn't realize you had to encase the engines into the ship for it to not blow up, apparently.
It's a learning process.
It was like with this ship I sent you the photo of, I didn't put any fucking front thrusters. So I could go forward really fast and I couldn't stop.
You couldn't slow down.
So I was like, hey, Henry, I made this thing. And I take off, zipping through space towards the station. It was like 1,000 light years away or something like that. And I'm like, cool, I'm about to hit the ship. Oh. And I go careening into the ship, blowing up my ship and destroying half the hangar with it.
Okay, you might have convinced me. For $10, I think that's probably worth it. I'll pick it up later.
And if No Man's Sky is still like $20 on PlayStation, I think it's like $20-$30. And in No Man's Sky, Royal found the planet, and he's like, dude, you should go check out the planet that I named. And I was like, cool. I went over to look at it. It was literally named Fuckboy XXX.
Of course. What else would it be when Royal finds and names a planet?
Oh, man. And then he named his ship Boy, P-U capital C with a hyphen between it. And I couldn't stop laughing. It was like, this is stupid. This is great. And, yeah. Like, they both have really good things that they bring to the table. I honestly say that they are fun to play. Space Engineers is more fun to play as in a group setting. And I feel like if you were to do No Man's Sky, you can do that single player, no problem. Because there's actual story to it now. Like, there are things that get done.
Was the most recent update, was that like DLC or was that just free update?
All the updates have been free.
Interesting. Because I know that was like super cool about like Monster Hunter and how everything has been free. And had I not, I've exited the grind phase, which is why I haven't gone back to Monster Hunter. But like, had I not, I would probably still be very addicted to it.
I actually dropped off the grind phase of that really quick. Like, I got like 1 or 2 bows made that I really liked, and I was just like I like the hunts and stuff; they're fun. But yeah, outside of that, like I don't play it. Yeah, No Man's Sky is $30 $30 right now on PlayStation.
Okay, I might go with the cheaper option there. I might go ahead and just pick up Space Engineers for $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also did a graphical update on No Man's Sky, which makes it look a lot prettier. They also made it to where you're not grinding for resources all the time. You can actually just explore space, and if you need to grab resources, you can land or shoot asteroids and quite easily gather what you need pretty quickly.
Nice. Interesting.
Yeah. Also, they've introduced a refiner, which is like the Minecraft crafting table. It allows you to take minerals and refine them, so like you can turn copper into magnetized like metal, or no, chromatic metal. I'm sorry. Or you could take salt and turn it into chlorine. So it's pretty neat. It's actually not too bad. I could actually talk about the update for a good while. It's actually a pretty beefy update, and I'm really happy with it. I got really mad though because I didn't realize that when you go respond to a distress beacon in No Man's Sky, it's usually like a downed ship, right? And you can take it if it's a better ship than what you have, even though it's all beaten the fuck up. You can usually swap out your ship for it. And I was like, okay, I don't have enough stuff to transfer, or room in the new ship to transfer everything I have over. I need to go sell some stuff. I marked the location of where the ship was, went into space to the station, sold everything, came back, and I couldn't find it. My marker was gone. Ship was gone. And I'm like, fuck. I think what that means is that the ships are like procedurally generated, and you have to pick them at that time. Like they're
only available for that one instance.
Yeah, and I'm really upset because I really like the look of that ship. Say what you will about anything else about like No Man's Sky's launch, the art direction I'm a big fan of. I really like the art direction. It's very quasi like 60s, 50s like sci-fi.
Yeah, I do like how the game looked, and when we played it, when it first came out, I remember you're pretty much the only one that actually had it, and you brought it over, and me and Albert got to play it for a little while. I remember we did have fun. It's just the problem of we know that there's issues that they and short of content and other stuff that they need to get put into this, and we just never turned back to it until I guess now they actually have all of that. So it's probably I guess it is worth a revisit. It sounds like, but. Now it's playing the price game of like, okay, now you got something else that is cheaper and I can just build everything. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. And honestly, like with $10, like $10 is $10. It's you could easily just kind of spend that and not have to worry about it. $30 is like, there goes like a day or two of lunch.
Yeah,
potentially.
I guess there's that. Another game. Speaking of games that are free or cheap or whatever, I think it's still available. Dude, get Absolver on PS4 if you haven't already.
Oh yeah, I've gotten it on Absolver. It's actually on free weekend on Steam right now too.
Oh, not okay, actually. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get that one too. Oh no, that just means you can play it for the weekend.
Yeah,
but no, that game is fun.
I haven't tried it yet. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Just based on concept, it's really great. Albert plays a lot now, I think, right now. I booted it up. I played for like 2 or 3 days after I got it, but I stopped for a little bit because it is more towards the grindy side. And I'm not quite in that phase, but I mean that's probably something I'm going to come back to. And it's only free for like another couple of days before they switch up the PS Plus games. So yes, I'm glad you got it. If anybody else is listening, if it's still available when this goes up, please get that. That's a good game.
Oh yeah, it looked good when they first announced it, like forever ago. So when I saw it free, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna get it. But there's that. What else have I been playing? Oh, I've been slowly playing Banner Saga on my Switch.
Dude, you on the first one?
Yeah, I have not played Banner Saga at all. I'm on the first one. I need to get back to it ASAP because the art direction is beautiful.
It's super good.
The turn-based combat is great. The story I'm digging. I need to get back to it because I saw that they're going to be releasing 3 soon.
Yeah, it's coming out pretty soon. I can't believe I forgot about the existence of Banner Saga. I have 1 and 2. I'm halfway through 2, and for some reason in my head when I was thinking about longer slow burn RPGs, I can't believe I didn't remember. Actually, I guess it's really not one of those. It's a little bit shorter.
It's probably
more
shorter.
deep than what I'm trying to describe as that. But it's a great game. I need to finish part 2 because yes, part 3 is coming out soon.
Yeah,
It's
so
fantastic.
I need to finish 1 because I picked it up on sale when it was like for $5 on Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm.
They had like a massive sale for some of that stuff, and I would have picked up 2 with it. I didn't want to. So it's like I don't want to buy 2 games and then never play them.
Nah, that's a fair decision there. Who's your
Yeah,
favorite?
so-
Who is your favorite?
That's a tough one, actually.
There's so many.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that when I'm done with the game. 'Cause I feel like I won't have a favorite till I'm done.
That's fair. Have you lost anyone yet?
No, not yet.
Are you like reloading if you lose anybody?
I am reloading like a motherfucker. I will admit that right now. I think I forgot where I am, but it was a tough one, and I just kept getting fucking taken out. One of the characters, I can't remember their name, and I was just like, I don't want to. It's like Fire Emblem all over again. I don't want to lose anybody. So
Exact the situation. I will say though, I managed to go through that game without reloading. I lost 2 or 3 people, but I managed to go through it without reloading. Now I've reloaded 1.5 million times playing any Fire Emblem, but like for some reason I just decided, you know what, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna take care of everyone real safe. It worked out okay. I still lost a few people though.
Mm-hmm. But I'm liking it so far.
It's
A
super
lot.
good. I might play that actually. I might go play that right now.
That might scratch the itch.
It might scratch the itch. I'm not sure because it is long. It is long and slow, or it is slow, not very long. But it's deeper than what I'm trying to describe. I guess I don't know how to explain it. It's a little bit more involved.
I know what you mean. But yeah, I've been in and out with that. I actually still haven't finished Sonic Mania, and that's mainly because the way I play Sonic is I literally pick it up for, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Put it down, come back to it like a day or two later. Do this just over and over again. So eventually, I'm going to get through the game. I'm near the end of Mania. I need to get the expansion where you get the 2 new characters and stuff for it, which looks so good. Man. Sonic Mania is such a good game. Like, anybody who's a fan of platforming will like Sonic. Or maybe not. I feel like Sonic and Mario fans are just 2 distinctly different people.
They are.
Sets of people.
They are 2 different sets of people. Yes.
Because, like, I've seen you play it, and you and Rolo have had the same reaction because y'all both played Mario more. And it's just, what the fuck is this? Why does it do that? How did I know? How am I supposed to know that's an enemy?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's such a different game that I can't get into it. And also, I never really had access to Sonic games when I was young, so I had Mario, and therefore I played Mario. But yeah, it's 2 different genres. It's almost as different as Western and Japanese RPGs are from each other. Like they evolved completely separate from each other almost.
Yeah, no, exactly. I agree with you on that 100%. Which is funny because I have such a hard time playing Mario games.
And I have a hard time liking Sonic ever.
But, oh, fuck, what else have I done? Oh, I picked up the newest, the Rebirth Cyborg. I just finished Volume 2. It's really good. It's a little campy, but it's Cyborg. What'd you expect? It's going to be a little, like, on-the-nose campy after-school special, kind of.
I love after-school specials. Especially because I haven't been in school for 10 years. Not 10 years. Less than that.
No, it's 10 years, John.
No, high school. I went to college for a couple of years, remember?
Oh, yeah. High school, yeah. Our 10-year reunion is this year.
Yeah, did I tell you the story about the 10-year reunion that they were planning?
Mm-mm.
This is hilarious. Okay. So they started putting out the word about 2 years ago. It's like, hey, it's coming up pretty soon. Let's start planning stuff. So they formed their little committee in their Facebook group and invited almost everyone in the class got invited on Facebook that actually has a Facebook. But they were there was a planning committee, and like then it was hyped up for a couple of weeks when they first started it, and then nothing for about 9 months, like zero talk. And then they come back again. It's like, hey, we haven't had that much, time to actually get together and do stuff, but we want to get back together and get some ideas going. So the next couple months there, they actually had some talks and some meetings and plans and stuff like that. Zero fundraising. And then again, we get to a lull where there's zero talk, and we start getting up to about 4 or 5 months up until the actual, we graduated in July of 08.
Well, you graduated in July. I think I graduated in May.
Was it? Okay, well, somewhere between there. June. Yeah, it was May or June. I mean, it was like June 3rd or something like that. It was early. We had a longer year or something, some weird stupid shit. But now we get to like October or something, like last October, a couple 6 months away from when the actual thing would have to be taking place, and there's nothing being said. There hasn't been a single fundraiser. There hasn't really been any kind of open meetings to talk about plans or dates or anything like that. And then fast forward another 3 months, and just people are actually starting to get aggressive here about what's going on. Are we doing anything? Y'all had $150 ticket prices listed, and a couple people actually bought them, but there's no plans, no dates, no what are we doing? What's going on? And the whole committee thing just completely breaks down because they're just you know what? We're busy and we haven't been able to do this kind of stuff, but we really want to get this done. And if you think you can do better, that's fine. You can do better then. And then just the next day, they completely dissolve the committee for the reunion. And they're just you know what, y'all guys, if y'all want to do stuff, go ahead and do stuff. Here's your money back, whoever actually paid their $150 ticket prices or whatever. If y'all want to do something, y'all can just do it. Y'all can take the reins. We have a whole bunch of people coming up with ideas, but nobody really want to sit around and actually, do stuff to put them into action or whatever. So, so we're done. If y'all want to do something, blah, 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 blah. The next day, 3 people step up. They form a committee. They have a plate sale that weekend. They book the location. They set up all the plans. They get ticket prices out at $20 instead of $150.
I was about to say, why was it even $150 to begin with?
They had a bunch. One of the people that was on the committee is an event planner type person, wedding planner, and big, those type of people. So they always think of these big, huge type things, but nah. Nah. Let's.
This is not high school reunion. This isn't Coachella. Okay, but you need to calm the fuck down here.
Yeah, but they were thinking of getting all of the money that they would need to do the thing from actual ticket sales instead of doing what normal people do. Is have little fundraisers. Here's a bake sale. Here's a plate sale. Here's a car wash or whatever. They do stuff to raise the money to get the thing going, and then they do some tickets to supplement the rest of the cost that they need. But yeah, they organized that in 2 or 3 weeks. They had to, since it was so short notice, they had to delay the actual date until it's happening this weekend. We're in the beginning of August already, so it's 2 months late. But they it's just hilarious because it got so catty so quick from 2 years of zero plans and way high prices and to let's, all right, here's a fundraiser and we got the money, here's your low cost tickets, everyone just come by, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna do stuff, have fun and talk. Now I obviously decided not to go because you know what, as far as high school goes, I still talk to all the people that I actually wish to talk to right now, all 10 of them maybe. If that many. I talk to all the ones that I want to talk to. I don't need to keep up with all 500 of the people there.
Yeah, well, yeah, that because your high school became a different high school from mine, even though we grew up together. Which is funny because one of my uncles just brought it up. And he's like, "Isn't John the guy that moved away?" I was like, "Yeah." Mm-hmm. Had you guys kept in touch? I was like, "Yeah." Mm-hmm. He's like, "Damn." that's good.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. He's like, no. He's like, the reason why he brought it up is like there are people in the same town as me that when we just stopped talking to each other just because I didn't buy them a soda one night. So the fact that you guys are still friends and he's like several cities away, like, is amazing.
No, yeah, no, I get that from my. I've got that from my sister before. It's like, you're still friends with people from like back in middle school, and like, yeah, no, I talk to them all the time. And then like the people that I started hanging out with, that's the year that I moved to that other town. Like, I still talk to most of my friends that are from there. I met that year, and we were still friends. Like, I really, I don't know. Maybe I'm just good at keeping a platonic relationship with people. I don't know.
I just think it's funny that like it's one of those things where it's just like it's that really stupid phrase of like you shouldn't have to work to keep people in your life, like they should want to be in your life just in general. That fucking stupid phrase. And that's actually kind of true. Like if you have to constantly be trying to keep a conversation going with somebody, then obviously they really didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's funny because, I mean, we've known each other since we were like, what? How old?
Like 8 or 9.
Yeah. We've known each other a while.
Yeah.
we go to like late 2, and I've known that guy since we were in like 7th grade. Like half of the group from late 2 or late to the Let's Plays it used to be called. Like, I knew them in like 7th grade.
Right. We all, for at least from like the hometown group of friends, we all met because of band. Like I knew like Ralph and a bit of Bobby and Matt, and I think you were more friends with Bobby at the time. And then you guys just ended up being trumpet players, and we all just got together, just like making fun of each other. Particularly me, because I ended up being a French horn player, and that thing looked. And at the time, middle school teasing is like, oh, you're such a Frenchy. Dude.
Many jokes are had about French horns players, and secretly, I think the French horn is one of the most like awesome sounding instruments ever.
Apparently, it's one of the most more difficult instruments to play too. At least that's what I was told. They could have just told me that to make me feel better, but yeah.
I'd believe that.
But yeah, no, it's crazy how you keep in touch with some people. What's even crazier is like, because like we didn't really talk for a good long while. Like I think from like when you moved to like near the end of high school, we hadn't really spoke to each other. Like we had each other, I think, on MySpace.
We chatted a couple like once or twice on like MySpace or something like that after I moved. And then I think like sophomore or junior year is actually when we got back together and hung out.
Yeah. We had because we had that one night where we all ended up at Matt's and we were just playing games, playing guitars, doing stupid stuff, just something. I think one of us has a photo of that night of all of us there. I think one of us does. I gotta find it.
Please don't.
I have a photo of you making the weirdest face ever.
I know. Actually, you've shown me. I have no idea what that face was.
I have no idea either, but it was. But it's just like 3 or 4 photos from that day that you were there, and it's really, really funny. It just encapsulates like everything that we were doing for that day. Oh man. Fuck. There's the podcast.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know what else to talk about. We're not at Gen Con and we're not at RTX. I was actually I was telling you earlier, but I was actually trying to get either Hunter or Philip to respond and like just chime in real quick. It's like, hey, we're at Gen Con and here's the stuff that came out and here's the previews for stuff and here's all the stuff that Hunter bought that he has no idea how he's going to ship back because it happens every year. Every year.
Every year it happens. It seriously does. No, but yeah, besides that, what else have I been reading? I still have yet to read Volume 8 of Saga.
Dude, me too. It is sitting on my nightstand right now. Untouched, unloved, forgotten.
I still haven't finished reading through Monstrous.
I have part 2. I haven't looked into it yet, though.
I haven't started Low, which I need to start.
What's that about?
I honestly don't know. It
Ugh.
I haven't read it, but just I bought it because I like the cover art. The cover art is amazing. It's beautiful. The artist is an amazing artist. So I bought the first one. Jessica read through it. Apparently, it's so good. She threw it at me and said, "Buy the second one." So I bought the second one. She's read through that, threw it at me, and said, "Buy the third one." And the third one wasn't out until like recently, so I bought it. And she read through that, and she's like, "I want more." And I haven't read through it at all, so I'm like, "Fuck, I need to." But I got her to read. I got her to read the original Hellboy,
Nice.
and she liked it a lot. And I got her to read Preacher. Preacher's fucking great. You haven't read Preacher? You should read it.
Yeah, I've heard that's good.
Yeah, Preacher's really good.
Whoa, this looks. You weren't kidding. This looks really good.
Oh, you looked up the artwork?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks gorgeous. Lo looks gorgeous, and that's kind of what caught my attention.
Yo, the cover for number 6. Take a look at that.
Hang on, I'm going. Oh my god!
Look at that crap. I want it.
Dude.
You know what? Yeah, screw D&D. We're just gonna read. I'm gonna read the thing, and we're just gonna play along the universe. Nah, kidding.
But yeah, what's that maker studio? Fuck, Weta?
What's that? Who?
There is a replica making studio. I think they're called Weta.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're called Weta Industries or Weta Workshop. They apparently put out their own board game with like giant figures and models in it.
Interesting.
I'm trying to remember what it's called. Hang on. I should have probably looked this up before we started, but oh well.
As we head to the Google Fire machine.
It's called Heavy Hitters by Weta Workshop.
Heavy Hitters.
Oh, it's actually on a Kickstarter. The reason why I bring it up is I was watching a video of Adam Savage talking about it, and dude, the models in it look great. I wonder if they have photos of the models of the characters, and they actually asked him to make like his own version of one of the bots.
Oh, looks neat.
And I like the models. The models are really cool. You know, it's got that really like, somewhat grounded to earth kind of build to them. Like if we were actually going to make mechs in real life.
Right.
Which, like, seriously, why haven't we decided to start doing that? Not so much mechs, but like have these global competitions between nations to settle differences.
Well, we tried that, and then it turned into basically a skit.
Like seriously, we should have the presidents fight it out. Like, fuck it, put Trump and Putin into the ring and let them go at it.
And giant robots.
Not even giant robots. Like the freaking what was that one show called where they had those giant foam Q-tips and they had the freaking
gladiators.
Gladiators. Yeah, just put them in the gladiator arm. Go at it like that.
Please no.
Please, yes. I want to see Trump's fucking camel toe.
Oh in the God. Oh, can I not? Can you not?
Moose knuckle.
I can't sleep now. I'm not going to be able to sleep. Now I'm going to have to buy a new game to play and keep me up all night.
Well, if it helps you out, Henry actually wanted to stream Space Engineers or PUBG later. I don't know when exactly that is going to happen, but if you actually don't pick up Space Engineers, we can maybe do pub.
I mean, do you really? Okay, well, I know that the title of Henry's series is playing PUBG badly or whatever, but do you really want me to go in there and actually play like worse than you can imagine? I mean, that's what it is.
Was great the last time you came in.
Listen, there's one of two things that happen when I play PUBG. I instantly die, or I find a room and hide out in the room with a shotgun until somebody steps in the room, and then I shoot them and take their stuff. And if it's you or Henry, that's gonna happen, okay? I don't care.
I was about to say, or we could be riding in a vehicle and you shoot me in the back of the head so I fall out of it.
I didn't shoot you in the back of the head. You weren't in the vehicle. You got hit by the vehicle. Then I shot you.
Oh, okay, thank you for that clarification. No, but like it was a lot of fun having just a third person to bounce some more stuff off of, because like trying to keep it funny with just me and Henry can be a little difficult sometimes, just because one of us is usually not in the mood to hype it up. It helped having you there. Actually, it was pretty fun.
Okay, yeah.
We seriously don't play to win. We play just to have a good time.
Oh, I know. This is the one guy we played from Australia, though. Which is, oh yeah, you're probably pretty good at that, playing PUBG badly.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess you're probably pretty good at that, playing PUBG badly.
That guy was amazing.
Dude, I legit friended him, and like every now and then he'll send me messages like, "Hey, do you want to play?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can play for a little bit." He's pretty cool. Don't know how old he is. Yeah, he's a cool dude.
You know what's funny is when he like instantly nailed down us being from Texas. Like later that night, I went onto like Wikipedia and started looking up accents and everything like that. Our part of Texas has a specific accent.
Really?
Like a Wikipedia official accent, or what, if you want to call that official or whatever. But it's like
what blows my mind about the accent thing is because we have it, we don't hear it.
Exactly.
And that blows my mind. Like I just it freaks me out because it's something that I can't hear me do that everyone else does.
Yeah. And since since at least both of us, like, we moved north a little bit, we start to get bleeding into what is like there's a central Texas accent too, or a central and East Texas one that we sort of bled into. So now we're hybrid of those two. But like I was reading the mechanical descriptions of how those two sound. I was just like, that's just grandma. That's just Uncle Phil. It's just like, God damn it, we're so like easily typified. Damn it.
Right. That's crazy that you could actually find like a wiki about that. Like somebody took the time to do that research and quantify it.
Dude, linguistics, it's actually like really cool. At one time I wanted to be a linguist, but then I couldn't even learn Spanish because I got hard coded to not learn Spanish. Did I ever explain this to you?
No.
Okay, so for those who don't know, I am, of course, Hispanic. And my parents speak Spanish fluently and English fluently. They're fine and everything. But I initially got hard-coded as a child to not speak Spanish because whenever they were saying something that they did not want me to hear, they would say it in Spanish because at the time they knew that I didn't know Spanish. So fast forward a couple years to when we're in like middle school and high school and eventually in college. Also, me taking Spanish classes is like I'll get an A in the class because I know how to like understand what's being said because I was a child. I wasn't supposed to understand what's being said, but I secretly want to know what's happening. Oh, I know that word. Oh, I can piece it together and figure it out. But I can't let them know that I speak Spanish. So just make sure that I never speak Spanish in front of them. And that's how I ended up being like I can understand Spanish. But I cannot speak it. I cannot, like, translate it in my head and then turn it into words coming out of my mouth quick enough to effectively have a conversation because as a kid, I was trying to hide the fact that I understood Spanish and could understand what they were saying.
See, that's funny because I had the exact same issue. My parents, anytime they wanted to talk about something that they didn't want us to know about, it was Spanish. But I did the same thing. I tried to learn it without them realizing that I knew it. Because I wanted to know what they got me for Christmas.
Right. So eventually it became you can understand what people are saying, especially the cursors. You can get that real quick, but you can understand what people are saying, but you don't have the practice of using it, so you don't like.
Right.
Actually, yeah.
Like you can understand when someone's talking about you. Like even if you don't fully understand what's being said, you know you're the topic of the conversation.
Right.
And that's the weird part about it.
Yeah, but yeah, like at one point I did want to become a linguist, but it's like I couldn't even properly speak Spanish. Like I understand all the mechanics that are required to actually say it, like getting pronunciations right and shit like that. And I can actually do that with other languages now too, understanding like the little subtle things you kind of do with your mouth to get the sounds right. Like I understand how to do those, but it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to speak it because knowing the mechanics is not knowing how to do it, right?
Right.
It's a weird thing.
It's half the battle. Like, you could take the time to learn it, but at this point, I'm going to say this like if we're old, like at our age, it's really hard to learn a new language now.
I don't know, dude. We're in the last 5 years of our life, probably.
You're in the last 5 years. I think I have two tops.
Oh,
Before my body just says, you know all that sugar you keep dumping into your body? Yeah, we made a rope out of it.
okay. Dibs on all your stuff.
Joke's on you. I'm donating it to charity.
Charity. Nobody wants your stuff. I want your stuff. Charity doesn't want your stuff. Charity doesn't like your stuff. Charity's just going to sell your stuff and turn it into money.
Little Jimmy's going to get this $1,000 PC and he's going to become fucking Fortnite pro player and earn all the money.
Speaking of charity, you know what we need to do? We need to sit down and have an Extra Life talk at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Because I imagine that we're going to do it again this year.
Extra Life.
Extra Life. For those who don't know, Extra Life is a charity fundraiser where people play together and play video games for 24 hours or play board games for 24 hours and raise money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Yeah, that's money for children's kids. Sick kids.
That's money. That's money so they can go to Disneyland.
I found out my niece actually goes to one of those, or actually, you know, my niece, is it my niece or my nephew? One of them. One of them, like, actually got help from the hospital that we raised money for.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and I went to like one of the meetings that, like, the hospital here in town, like, they'll actually meet together with a lot of people that do the fundraiser. And I saw some of the information that they presented. They pretty much built an entire wing with donation money.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they're one of the top earners for that charity in the nation. Like, it's pretty awesome.
So what we're doing actually does make a difference.
It's making a huge difference, apparently. Like, they were showing, like, all the stuff that they've done just out of donation money, like all of the kind of things that they're hoping to do in the future. Yeah, no, they've gotten a lot of money from that charity, dude.
Well, I'm glad to hear it because I don't know. I always feel like there's a disconnect between like donations to charity, and you never really get to see or hear about what your efforts get to do. Not that it matters. You're doing it for charity. That's the whole point. But it's good to see like for you to get like a hard look and number of like what has been able to be accomplished with just donations. Yeah,
you always whenever you're donating to whatever it is, you always want to make sure that the charity that's getting that money is highly rated, that they put out a lot of that money out towards things. Like we're getting representatives from the hospital saying, no, everything that's reported as going to Extra Life for this hospital is coming into that hospital, and this is what we're using it for. And like, it's Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, I think, is the name of the actual charity itself. Not Extra Life is the event. But they're very highly rated. And like anytime that I'm giving us something, like I look it up online, I double check, like, okay, what's their rating? Do they actually put out all the money? You know, is the CEO taking, pocketing some of this crap or whatever?
Right.
Yeah, no, every time that I donate to something, I check it now. And I have no qualms about donating to this one. They've actually done a lot of stuff recently too. Like this weekend, they're partnered up with some hardware store where like you donate $5, you get a bucket that has like all the logos on it from the charity and the hardware store or something like that, and anything you can fit inside the bucket, you get 20% off when you buy it, just for donating $5. And the day before that, they were doing a charity with like I think it was Dairy Queen or something, like they were giving a percentage of all like Blizzard or ice cream sales or something like that to that charity. Like they're out. I see them everywhere now. It's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. I didn't realize they were that active, which is good. Good to see them that they're that active.
Yeah, help kids, man. We gotta plan that.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
But yeah, no, we definitely need to talk about that. Well, while you were talking about that, I was actually looking through Weta Workshop's like figurines. They have a bunch of really nice Lord of the Rings like figures that they make.
Nice.
They're expensive as hell, but they're detailed as hell too. So there's that. Oh man,
I think that Game of Thrones miniature game came out too recently.
I think it did.
Oh yes, yeah, I did. I remember Hunter was drooling all over it whenever he got it in. We gotta play that soon. We gotta head up to game night soon.
Yeah, definitely.
If only they weren't at freaking Gen Con.
Right. Quick pause, if you don't mind.
Quick pause. Now, a word
right
from
back.
our sponsors. This episode of the Rektfast Club is brought to you by taking showers daily at a con. Taking showers daily at a con. Do it.
And now back to your regular scheduled programming. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that that image that tweet that I linked in the Discord? The Overwatch League one. It's in the video game channel.
Yeah, I did.
It's so bad. I wish it was true though.
I wish it was too. I saw that. I was like, "There's no way that's real."
Yeah, it's not. It's super not. But I almost wish it was.
Especially because it's Atlanta. I think it would be very appropriate for some reason.
Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia Peach, Widowmaker butt,
Yep.
Peach butt. It's so on the nose. It's so bad. Oh god.
Can we do a Texas tumbleweed team for Owl?
I mean, there's already 2 teams in Texas.
Well, we're big enough to have 3. We're literally 4 states put together.
Well, yeah, we are, but it's supposed to be like a international league. So they're probably going to prioritize building more stuff in Europe and in Asia for the moment.
Okay, let's make a league for Mexico.
I'm okay with that, as long as we don't have to go to Mexico.
We might have to go to Mexico.
Shit.
And we're going to have to go through Juarez.
Oh god, well, where are we going to get the money for that?
Oh, we're going to sneak in illegally. We're going to cross the border into Mexico. There's no money need, man. You can just cross the freaking riverbank. It's fine.
No, I mean, where are we going to get the money for the franchise? You got to buy a team.
We'll be sponsored by Topico.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Honestly, I gotta be upfront with you. I don't want you to. I want you to have dreams, but I don't want you. I want you to be chasing dreams that are just like, you're not gonna fly. All right, you can't fly.
We're gonna be sponsored by Topico and Takis. That's Mexican Gamer Fuel right there, bro.
Right there. That's the equivalent. That essentially is.
And Fanta. We'll eventually get that Fanta sponsor.
Don't you wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna?
Just like how for the past I think it's like 5 years, however long Violent Response has been on YouTube. He's been sponsored by Taco Bell this entire time apparently.
And didn't know?
No, at least Taco Bell didn't know.
So you mean all this time we could have been getting free diarrhea?
Yeah. Free diarrhea instead of paying for it.
Oh, god damn it. Dude, I haven't been to Taco Bell in 5 years, and I am very adamant about trying to extend that streak.
Well, I actually didn't like Taco Bell a whole lot because of about 5 years ago, the last time I had went, this was with a certain someone, and I just didn't like it. She loved it, I didn't like it. I was like, eh. And recently, I've eaten there a couple of times now, and every time I've eaten there, I go, man, this tastes a lot better than I remember it tasting. What the fuck? I did some research into it. Apparently, Taco Bell got such a bad rap about their food and the whole diarrhea joke thing. They actually did something about it. They changed their ingredients. They made everything as healthy as they possibly could for a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, I remember they actually overhauled everything that they did for a while, and they are actually rated as being pretty healthy. I just
and it's actually
it.
it's pretty good food, man. You can go get a freaking $5, I think it's a chalupa box kind of thing. I think it's what it's called. But it comes with a hard shell taco, soft shell taco, 5-layer burrito, and something called cinnamon twist as a snack for $5 and a drink. And it's pretty fucking filling.
Is this an ad read?
It's an ad read, yeah.
Phil, is this an ad read?
He's not even here.
No, Phil, the editor. The other Phil.
The
Oh, wait, no, we fired Phil. Frank, is this an ad read? It is? Oh, okay, cool. There's no
So
Frank.
if you just go to tacobell.com the Rektfast Club, you get 10% off your next order.
Your monthly subscription.
Your monthly subscription to Taco Bell.
Oh God.
Oh man.
I gotta manage my subscriptions. Come to think of it, I have I put everything. I actively put everything on PayPal. Anything that I like pay monthly, because it'll give you a notification whenever it goes through. And like sometimes I'll get a notification through PayPal, and I'm just like, "What the hell do I even? I don't even use that. I haven't used. Come on, I haven't used Audible in 3 months. Why am I still paying for that? Just like I did go in there. But what sucks is a lot of these apps you can only like turn off the subscription online, like through the web browser. Yeah. And sometimes it's just like really difficult to try and get logged in there. Like I had to spend 2 days once to shut my Audible subscription off.
So, speaking of like shutting stuff off, I work for a call center for a company, right?
Oh God.
I had a customer call in last night, and he told me what it was like to disconnect from AT&T.
Mm-hmm.
He spent 11 and a half hours on the phone with another company's technician there to install him with their service, waiting for him to finish the call so he can disconnect the services from the other provider.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And it was a mash of, oh, you're in the wrong place, let me transfer you, to them just literally hanging up on it. Like, it blows my mind that it was that bad. I don't mean to call out the company, but I think that's really shitty practice.
Is this an ad read? Frank, is this an ad read?
Hey, is this an ad read? No? Oh, shit. Ixnay that.
Yeah, just rewind that whole conversation, right? Just overlay it. Just overwrite it.
Right?
Just open it up in Audacity. Is this an ad read? You don't have to pay for Audacity.
Oh, this is it's gonna be a running joke. I love that.
You know what I tell myself every year, every single year that I get my tax return? This is gonna be it. This is the year. This is the year that I pay for WinRAR, and I never do it. One of these days.
You know what was funny? Is Rolla told me that he's like, dude, I just got like a pay bump at work, and it's great. And I was like, oh, dude, that's awesome. He's like, yeah, I could finally do what I wanted to do. What's that? Pay for WinRAR. Swear to God, I'm gonna fucking pay for it.
One of these years, I will, and it's gonna be the like most nothing feeling in the world.
You're just gonna pay for it and just be like, yay, woo,
hey, woo, woo,
woo.
Oh,
but I was actually when I was editing the Halo video that we put up on that guy, fat guy, my Vegas would keep crashing as soon as I rendered.
Uh-huh.
Like it would just start crashing. It would go 10% crash, 40% crash, 75% crash, and everything in between. And it did that all night, and I was fussing with it. I was like, I just need to get you to complete so I can upload this video. And this is one of those things where doing a quick Google search would have saved me like 4 hours of just headache. I decided to go ahead and Google search it. Turns out when you first install the program, it wants to run something called GPU accelerated rendering through your graphics card.
Yeah.
And that's what causes it to hang up and crash all the time. And all you have to do is go in, turn it off. Took like less than two minutes or a minute to do it. Could have saved myself 4 hours of just banging my head against the computer.
Does it render any less quality or any faster with that off?
No, it renders at about the same speed.
Huh. And no visible difference in quality?
Not that I could see.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to take a look at that because I haven't had any issues rendering stuff lately. Like I've had maybe one series where I had to chop it up into like 3-minute sections to actually like get a whole video done and then take them back into another project file and then slap them all together, where somehow that was able to work, but it wouldn't do in the original project file. I haven't had any issues like that for well over a year, but that's interesting to hear because now I'm wondering how much trouble I've been putting both my processor and GPU through if I've left that active the whole time.
Yeah, it's literally under the option setting. I know you use the same program, and I figured I'd bring it up because it was giving me such a fucking trouble.
I'm gonna have to look into that because like my PC screams at me sometimes now. Like it's getting on. It's less than like what I don't know 4 or 5 years, but still like it yells at me sometimes when I'm trying to do some intense stuff like play Overwatch. Like it yells at me for that, and I'll have that on low, and it never used to do that until recently. So I think it's getting towards its last leg there.
What's the GPU you got?
It's old 650. Dude, I felt so bad the other day. I was playing on Overwatch, and somebody in the lobby asked what GPU everyone was using, and it was like 1050 or 1080, 1050, whatever Ti, blah 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 blah, and I just typed like 650 ... and like 4 responses are just it's like oh my god, it's just like and I'm like wondering, just like oh my god, no, why did you have to ask, why did I have to answer? I felt pressured. Everybody in the lobby actually answered. Like, this is the first time I actually saw all 12 people in the game respond to a question.
And you just felt like you had to answer.
I felt like I had to answer because I wasn't going to be the one person there that just like not answering and just pretending to be like having a better GPU. I have such an old system. It's so bad. I need a new one.
What kind of CPU are you running?
It's like a 5th gen i3. It's old.
Oh damn! I think mine's 7th gen.
Yeah, my next one's I'm looking at an 8th gen i5 for the next build, but that's gonna be a while away because I have to buy a car.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to save up for that myself.
This junker sucks so bad, so bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's only one good thing about it. I'm driving this old like O2 Yukon. There's only one good thing, and that's like all the AC vents for the back. You know how some of the big SUV type things, they have like ceiling mounted AC vents?
Yeah.
Well, this one is directly behind the driver and passenger seat, like right above it, and you can spin it all the way around where it's pointing at the back of your neck. And I do that.
Ooh.
So now I have AC blowing directly at the back of my neck, 2 at my face, and another one just like kind of from the far side, just blowing directly across, which feels really good in this 105 heat whenever it got up to like that really high.
Dude, last week we hit 114 on Monday.
There's no way. It didn't get that hot last week, did it?
On Monday, it was fucking scorching hot by like 2.
Was it just last week that it was that high? Okay, maybe I feel like it was so long ago because the freak thing gave me heat stroke and now I have memory loss. Who knows?
Like, we are hitting like Sahara Desert levels.
It's been good like the last couple of days though. Like we haven't broken 100 in a while, or in a couple of days. But
yeah, that's how you know you live in Texas. When it's 94 outside, and you go, "Hey,
it's not bad. Day. It's not bad." No, but real talk though, it's like mid 90s in the shade with a breeze. I'm fine.
Off tubing down the river.
Yeah, I'm okay. But like once I get into the sunlight that we start having some trouble. But yeah, no, like that's the only good thing about this junker I'm driving right now is that I have an AC vent that can blow right in the back of my neck. Everything else about it, no. I've been doing math the last couple of months. Like, wait, is this the month I can get a new car? No. Is this the month I can get a new car? No. Is this the month I can get a new car? Maybe. Is this the month I can get a new car? I think it's next month. And so right now I'm thinking it might be next month. So hopefully I can get something new and not, fear a breakdown every time I start the car or drive the car or park the car or turn off the car or look at the car. Or think about the car. My car just exploded. There's a fire in the driveway.
Well, at least you're not paying like almost $500 for your car a month.
Ugh.
Like the new car we got, just my sister.
Oh, they screwed you on that, didn't they?
Well, yes and no. We got a lot of free amenities because it took them like 2 months to get us the car.
I remember that.
So now, like for the next, I think in the next 4 years, she gets free oil changes at the dealership.
That's not bad.
And I think for 2 or 3 years, she gets free tire check and replacement.
Oh, free tire replacement?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. You know what? That's probably you're probably still on the losing end of that, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like it. I'm thinking of taking advantage of that. Going like, yeah, I think there's something wrong with the tire. I think I really want to get it replaced. Can you guys please replace it? Because if you get pushy like that, they have to do it.
Right. Did they like consolidate the two bills from the other car also, or something?
Yeah, there was a lot of bullshit that they.
That's like when you said 500. I'm like, well, how the hell? Yeah. But yeah, that makes sense.
But it's 2016 Chevy Equinox with all the bells and whistles, so it's got a pretty bumping AC. I can start the car from outside.
Ooh, fancy living.
Yeah, the rear gate, the back door, will open on its own, and if there's a button on it, you push, it'll close by itself too.
Frank, is this an ad read? I think we have a new gimmick.
God damn it! Oh, but yeah, no, it's a good car. Can't complain about it. So excited about that. The only other thing I've been happy about is we've been using it to go to the river, and man, does it take everything with us. The only problem is one of my friends, she's very fair skinned. She ends up looking like a lobster every time we go down the river. I feel so bad for her.
You just got to use that. You just got to use that SPF 250.
Yeah, that didn't do shit.
250.
Well, because one of the people that brought the SPF, they brought SPF, but it wasn't waterproof. So
what's the point?
Yeah, they didn't read the label. We had told them waterproof. They didn't buy waterproof.
Wow.
So people got burnt last time we went.
Oh well. All right. So what's coming up that you're looking forward to, man? Next whatever in the next infinity, because we have no idea when the next time we'll record is.
That was the thing I was going to bring up. Ant-Man and the Wasp is the first Marvel movie I didn't go see right away.
Oh, you're right. I haven't gone to see it yet.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Incredibles 2. I haven't seen
that either.
Which I've heard amazing. I just haven't been to the movies in a while. And I've been wanting to go watch a lot of movies, and I'm dying on the inside right now.
Jurassic World, I didn't see that either. I didn't see Solo.
See, I'm not too big on Solo or Jurassic World.
Yeah, I haven't heard amazing things about either one, so that's why I'm not worried about them. But
well, what I've heard about Solo is it's a good popcorn flick. It's a good summer movie. Don't try to treat it as anything else. There are some small gripes. There's some not small, but there's some gripes with the movie. You could say they're small or major, depending on your fandom for Star Wars. But yeah, it didn't really interest me. It really didn't. I'm probably still going to watch it.
I will eventually, like out of obligation.
Yeah, eventually, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, I can't think of anything else I'm looking forward to other than going to go seeing the movies I haven't seen yet. I'm fully looking forward to San Japan. I'm hoping we're still going to be able to go, which is going to be at the start of next month. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm more than likely not going to be able to make that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to try to see if I can remember to record something for the channel. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Maybe I'll get a date. I don't know how much the day passes are, but if maybe that'll work out.
But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna go to Corpus Christi for RealmsCon. Because the band's Steam Power Giraffe is gonna be there.
Do they go every year? I swear.
I think so, and she's a big fan, so she really wants to go to that. So we're definitely gonna make that happen. I think that's at the end of September. So if money's gonna be tight for a little while. Right. I'm gonna probably starve a little bit to make things happen, but it's okay. I can afford to. Statistically speaking, I can afford to not eat for an entire year and still survive.
I mean, you still don't want to do that because then you get malnourished, but
right. But I could legit do that and, you know, cause irreparable damage to my body. But I don't know. We'll see how it all goes. Henry is actually messaging me, wondering what we're gonna do tonight.
Okay. I will probably get Space Engineers. It sounds interesting enough, and now y'all guys can watch me fumble around trying to do stuff or whatever. And add comedy relief to the already existing comedy relief.
I mean, why not? Every character's equipped now, right?
Right, pretty much.
The Marvel method.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is.
You know what's? I think that's the other thing that makes Black Panther a really good movie, is Chaka doesn't make any jokes at all.
Does he?
He doesn't. He does not make a single joke in that entire movie.
You're right. Everyone else makes the jokes.
Yeah, he's a really serious character in the Marvel universe. Like, he does not make jokes, and I like that. And I think we do need a few more characters that are like that, because we got too many Star-Lords, Robert Downey Jr.'s.
Absolutely, I cannot agree more.
Because like we have Spider-Man, but he's supposed to be quippy. Like, he is a quipster. So I don't know. I just thought about that right now. Anyways.
What else coming up? Not much else coming up immediately. Let's see. Let's see. What's on my schedule? We got RTX. Oh, we got Gen Con. Oh. Copy's coming out next week.
Is this an ad read?
No, it's not an ad read. They're not going into anything. That didn't Okami's coming out kind of soon. Surprisingly, I've never actually played Okami, so I might pick that up. It's coming out for Switch next week.
I haven't played it either.
My Hero Academia's fighting game is coming out later this month. Monster Hunter Generations is coming out later this month, as well as the PC version of Monster Hunter World. Mm-hmm. What else is on my... Ooh, I got a Rise Against show I might go to next month. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that now.
Man, I haven't listened to Rise Against in a hot minute.
Do it! Their new stuff is pretty good, too. All their stuff is good.
So, really quick, what is up with the like rock and roll metal genre? Just do they not promote their stuff anymore? At all?
Because I feel like it seems to be more.
What?
I don't know. You're kind of right. I don't see like promotions for that, but thinking back, I don't remember where I saw promotions for that originally, outside of like MTV or Fuse or like music,
or like the
TV
radio
channels.
station, like. The radio station in our area used to promote like the modern like songs and new albums coming out. You go to that station now, they're just playing a bunch of shit from the 90s and early 2000s.
Well, I don't know what station you're referring to, because I only know of one that even might consider playing Rise Against, and it's not even in town. It's fighting the frequency of another station that is in town, so I don't even get to hear it all the time.
I was thinking of the station from San Antonio.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Well, music is like the way that people listen to music has evolved. Like Spotify's become bigger. Spotify's this is how they find new music. That and actual like YouTube music videos is actually how people find music now too. So I don't know. As far as why they're not as big as they are, I guess, especially some of the bands that we already know, they might already just rely on their own existing fan base as is, so they might not need that promotion, or maybe they don't or maybe like their studio or their label doesn't think that they kind of need that promotion because they're already established or whatever. But yeah, I generally don't see that many of that style. But then again, music evolves pretty frequently. Like the 80s sound is coming back and much more popular now than what we were getting from early aughts and 90s more, clean sounding stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I can agree with you on that. Oh, the one other thing I forgot to mention, last night at my job at about like 11:30, our whole system went down.
Yeah, I love when that happens. So good.
And apparently something caught fire in the building. And we didn't even notice.
Fuck.
Like apparently wiring caught fire or some shit, and like we didn't even notice. We were just sitting around like, oh, this is so much fun. We could have burned alive inside the building.
I mean, I would hope that if it was a wire that was getting caught on fire in like a server room or something, that you have fire doors on the server room. Like that is pretty much a OSHA requirement, I believe. So you probably would have been fine, but still had to evacuate. But I don't know.
I didn't realize the ocean had a say on safety.
That's literally their job. Literally their job. Yes, this is an ad read.
Tim, is this an ad read?
It is an ad read. All right, thanks for tuning in to the Rektfast Club podcast. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys later.